Yo, what's up? I'm back, guys. This is a trade recap and stocks to trade tomorrow. So, as you can see, my plays take a little bit longer than a day trade because I'm switching to swing trading, or not. I'm not trying to switch to swing trading, but I'm realizing that swing trading has bigger moves. And what I mean by swing trading, like you hold more than one day, so you might hold for 2 or 3 days. But guess what, bro? Let me show you something. You know what? Come on, bro. I'm up 80% just because why? I waited an extra day for my entry. I didn't say, "Oh, I need to swing trade. I need to day trade this. I need to get in this trade." No. I was like, "It's going to hit my area. Once it hits my area, boom, I'm going short." So it's like I'd rather wait for a trade rather than trying to make a trade. Because if I was just trying to trade, I would have got into it way earlier, and I'd probably be down. And me back testing made me realize that I'm gonna wait till it hits my area. There's like over 500 stocks you can trade this on. The strategy works on any chart, any time frame, any that. That's it, man. So my bad about me yapping, but I'm not capping, and you gotta stop rapping. You feel me? Let's get straight into it. Cop. Remember how I said I do not fuck with you cops? I said it's gonna hit this fair value gap and it's gonna go long. Oh my, life's so good. It gapped up, boom, boom, bang, boom, and banged your booty cheeks, bruh. Pause. So it gapped up. You know what I'm saying? Now what can you do? The daily is again bear or bullish, so we're only looking for longs. 4 hours bullish. You see a massive candle to the upside. This is a weekly fair value gap. The box up here. So what do you notice here? A fair value gap. You see a massive fair value gap. What is price going to do? Retrace into the fair value gap and then probably hit the weekly fair value gap. If you want to be more precise, it's going to go into this gap. Right. That's the trade. If it doesn't hit your area, do you trade? No. Now, if this trade hits the take profit before you can enter the trade, do not trade. That is not a valid trade. The only thing that makes this valid if it goes down, hits the fair value gap, then you enter. That's the only thing that makes it valid. If it gaps up, boom, you're not trading. If it gaps down, you're not trading. Or actually, you might be trading. Dollar General, I said, oh, it's gonna hit the 4 hour fair value gap within the daily or the daily fair value gap. Did it do that? No, bro. It just went up. It said, fuck what this dude's saying and let's go up. And so I was like, I'm cool with that. But guess what? I'm not gonna force an entry, am I? No. Guess what? We got a we got more of an entry right now. We got a daily fair value gap. What is price gonna do? Hit this daily fair value gap, then probably fill this gap, this 4 hour gap. You see that? So this is still a valid trade. If it gaps up and hits the gap, do not trade. Do not trade. Literally, there in the back testing when I was back testing, and I'm still gonna do it. Still gonna do back testing. It was not. It didn't say, oh, when it gaps and hits the take profit. It did not say, oh, it's gonna come back down and then hit it again. Literally, bro. Results speak for themselves. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna just force a trade. That's not me no more. Um, for JP Morgan, I got stopped out. Why did I get stopped out? Because off of the things I told you not to enter off the other two plays. Bro, I literally said, oh, it's gonna hit this gap. What did price do? It hit the gap and I thought it was gonna retrace down, but it hit the gap and boom, went back up. It went down for a little bit and then went back up. But what did price do? It gapped down. So therefore, I should have been like, you know what? Let me just find another stock to trade. But I didn't. I was like, you know what? Oh, this might still work. It might hit the gap and then go down. What to do? Price hit the gap. I actually gapped up and hit the gap and then still continued to go up. So therefore, now I know for next time that when a stock gaps down and then retraces to the gap, you have a potential to short. But if it retraces to the gap and then gaps down, you might not want to take that entry. There's literally 500 other stocks. Go trade those, bro. Pep. Did it hit my area? No. Did I trade? No. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't have a lot of volume. Like, it has volume, but it's just not hitting our areas. Do we complain and sit there like a little baby? No, bro. That's just life. Who gives a fuck? Because guess what? We in other plays. We got other plays. What did this do? I said it once it hits the fair value gap, you enter. Did price hit the fair value gap? Yes. Did we get stopped out? Yes. The reason we got stopped out is because my stop loss wasn't high enough. My stop loss should have been at the high. I don't know why I kept it so small. And yeah, next time I know to have your stop loss at the high rather than at the fair value gap. Or I could have said, okay, let me wait for a better entry. 15-minute break structure. Is there an order block on the 15-minute? Yes. Why? Right there, that's a low. Boom, is there a fair value gap? Yes. So boom, this would be your new entry. Once it hits this fair value gap, you would enter short and then you would go long until it hits this gap. Right, it's pretty easy. On the daily, we are now bearish because the daily candle closed below the low. 4 hour, we are bearish again. 1 hour, we are bearish again. Oh, and actually, that's not an entry. There's a 1 hour fair value gap. So your entry would be at this 1 hour fair value gap. Your stop loss would be at the high, not the fair value gap. And then your take profit would be at this gap. If it gaps down and hits the take profit, do not trade. Do not trade. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Yo, 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 yo.